Hello everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called 3 V's, Various Viable Views by Gadget Green. And here are the rules. We have extended Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 0 through 6 in each row, column, and outline region. However, there will be one digit in each that does not fit, and this digit can vary between rows, columns, and regions, and needs to be determined by the solver. So we have 7 digits available to put in 6 places in each row, column, and region. And it has to be from 0 through 6. We have XV, where digits separated by an X sum to 10, and those separated by a V sum to 5. And all X's and V's have been given. There is a negative constraint here, so keep that in mind, which means that if you had, so say this was a 3, this would have to be, actually, let's say this was a 4. That would mean this is a 1, but none of these digits can be 1 or 6 because all X's and V's have been given. So there's no V's here, there's no X's here. So if this was 4, that means no 1 or 6 could be in these cells. And that's how X's and V's with the negative constraint work. And finally, we have crop key pairs, where digits separated by a black dot must be in a 1:2 ratio. Digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive. So, for example, if this were, say, a 2, this would have to be 1 or 4 to maintain the 1:2 ratio that's between them. If this digit was a 5, this would have to be 4 or 6 to make sure that those digits are consecutive. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay. So, the digits that can add up to 5 are 0, 5, 1, 4, and 2, 3. We are not guaranteed every digit is going to be in the same row or column or region. These two adding up, so let's start coloring these. These two adding up have to be different than these two adding up to 5. And these must be different from each other. So we're going to mark this as green, we're going to mark this as yellow, and this as pink. And these have to be different sets adding up to 5. These two cells means none of these can be those two cells, so they have to be different from that. And these two cells have to be different from each other because they're in the same column, right? So these are all going to be different. This has to be, it cannot be the yellow one. It can't be the green one. Both greens see that cell. Both of these cells see that yellow cell there. So these have to be both pink. Therefore, this is pink here. We have pink here. This cannot be pink. So this is green or yellow here. Okay, anytime we have, so what digits can be in a 1:2 ratio with each other from 0 to 6? 2 can be in a 1:2 ratio with 1 and 4. 6 can only be in a 1:2 ratio with 3. So only 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 can be next to a black crop key dot. Well, in column 1, we have 5 cells next to black crop key dots. So this must be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 combination. 3 and 6 have to be together because if 3 is not with 6 in either of these spaces, that means 3 has to be here, but then 6 also has to be here, and it's the same for 6 and 3. So therefore, this cannot be 3 or 6. This is guaranteed to be 1, 2, or 4. So this is 1, 2, or 4 guaranteed. 2 has to be one of these digits. This digit must be 0 and 5. To add up to 5 with 0 and 5, this must be 0 or 5, which means this cannot be 0 or 5 here. This cannot be a 0, 5 pair, so this is 1, 4, or 2, 3. This cannot be 0, 5 as a pair, so this is also 1, 4, or 2, 3. Where are 0 and 5 in this box if they are? They cannot be here because of the 0, 5 pair in the row. They can't be here because 0 is not in a 1 to 2 ratio with another digit except for 0, but then you'd have a repeat in that row. And 5 is not in a 1 to 2 ratio with any digit. So this must be 0 or 5, which means the remaining digits in this region must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This is either, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 quintuplet in row 2, which eliminates 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 in the rest of the row. Therefore, this is 0 and 5, and it cannot be the green, it cannot be pink, it must be yellow. So yellow is 0 and 5 as a pair because this has to be 0 or 5. So this is 0, 5 here. That means this can't be yellow because the yellow pair is 0 and 5. This must be the green pair. So this must be 0 and 5 here. This is 0 and 5 here. This can't be 6, obviously, because of the 6 in... so we have to have a 6 somewhere in row 2. It could be either here or here, because this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 quintuplet. So either this is 6, which makes this 3 with it, which means this can't be 3, or this is 6, which makes that 3. So this can't be 3 here because it has to be next to a 6. So either this is 6 and that's 3, which means this can't be 3, or this is 6 and this is 3, which makes that not a 3. So this can never be 3. This can't be 2 here. These are the green adding up to 5. This is green or pink. We're not sure which. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 2 cannot be here because, and therefore this can't be 3 because one of these is 2 here. And because this is 2 and 1 digit here, as a 2 digit being in a 1 to 2 ratio, we don't have a 2 available here anymore. So that eliminates 1 and 4 as a possibility for the 1 to 2 ratio here. Therefore, this must be 3 and 2, and this is 6. Therefore, this can't be 1 or 4 here. It's 2 or 3 as a pair. 2 and 3 eliminate 2 and 3 in the rest of the column. The pink has to be 1, 4 as a pair. So these are 1 and 4. And that was the only digits consecutive with 5. 1 and 4 are only in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2. So this can't be 1, 2, or 4. This is 3 or 6. This can no longer be 3 and 6 as a pair in a 1 to 2 ratio. 1 and 4 is only in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2, which means this can't be 2. This can't be 3. 2 eliminates 2 here. That's 3, which makes that 2. This has to be a 6 be remaining. So that's 6 and 3 in a 1 to 2 ratio, which means this can't be 3 or 6. 2 can't be here because of 2 in the row. This is 1 in 1 to 2 ratio with 1 or 4, so this is 2, which eliminates 2 here, which makes this 2 here. Okay, so this is non-green, it's pink. This is pink also. So this digit is 0 or 5. because we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 in the region. This is in a 1 to 2 ratio without a 2, so this must be a 3, 6 pair, which eliminates 3, 6 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 3, 6, this can't be 2. We have 1, 4 as a pair in this upper right-hand region, which eliminates 1 and 4 in the rest of the column or the region. This can't be 1 or 4, it's 6, which makes this 3. So we have 1 or 4 here. 1 and 4 can be consecutive with 0 or 5. And 4 can be consecutive with 3 here. We know this can't be 2 because of 2 in the region. Also, we have 6 2s. Remaining digits in this region here cannot be 1, 2, or 4. So we have 0, 3, 5, and 6. There's no 6 here, no 3 here. So this is 0, 5 as a pair. Okay. So let's start coloring individually for 1s, 4s, and 0s, and 5s. We'll mark this as green and pink. How about this as yellow and red? So yellow means this has to be red, which means this is yellow. This cannot be 0 or 5 because there would have to be a V between them. So this is not 0 or 5, it's 3 or 6. This is red, this is yellow, which makes this red. Therefore, these are both yellow. This makes this red, which makes that yellow. This cannot be 0, 5 for the same reason that this can't be 0, 5. So this must, because this would then be add up to 5. And you can't, there's no V there. So this is 1 or 4. This is the red 1 or 4. That makes this the yellow 1 or 4. We don't have any information here. Okay, so let's maybe move this. So this is green. We have pink and pink here. We don't have any information here. This cannot be 4 because 6 and 4 would have to add up to 10 and there's no X's around. So all the yellows are 1 and all the reds are 4. Well, 1's only consecutive with 0 out of 0 through 5. So this is 0, which makes this 5, which makes that 0. 4 is consecutive with 5, so that's 5 and 0, which means this can't be 0 because 0 in the region, so that's 5. This cannot be 6 because there's no X in between them, and they would add up to 10 if that were the case, so this is 3, which makes this 6, makes that 3. How do we differentiate between these? This 0 eliminates 0 in the rest of the region. So the pinks are 5s. So the pinks are 5s, and the green is a 0. You found several V's and no X's. That is true. Yeah, pretty interesting, actually. I enjoyed this. This was slightly different from normal variant Sudokus. So that's, I kind of wanted to highlight that because of that. So it was interesting, though, particularly because you will occasionally run into Sudokus where it's not just the set digits, particularly if you're adding 0, right? So you'll often see this variant actually a decent amount of times. And being able to do those is pretty useful, I would say. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.